Hey there, this is Lacey Baier with the Sweet Pea Chef, and I have an amazingly easy and fast recipe to share with you today. Have you ever made pork tenderloin? Well, it's ridiculously easy, healthy, and super impressive. So let's get started. Here are the ingredients you're gonna need. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees. First, we're going to need to remove all of the large areas of silver skin off of the pork, which is that thin layer of white, opaque connective tissue on the top surface of the meat. This can easily be removed by sliding a paring knife alongside the tissue to remove it. Now, drizzle the pork with 1 tablespoon olive oil and rub all over to coat it evenly. Then sprinkle evenly with the kosher salt and the pepper. Heat the remaining 1 tablespoon olive oil in a deep, oven-safe pan over high heat, and then we're gonna sear each side of the pork until it's nice and brown, about 2 to 3 minutes per side. Once it's browned, remove from the pan and set it aside on a plate. Add the onion wedges to the same pan. If there aren't quite enough drippings from the pork, go ahead and add a little bit more olive oil as needed. Cook the onion over medium-high heat until it starts to brown. While the onions are cooking, brush the tenderloin with the spicy mustard. You can also use Dijon mustard if you wanted. Then sprinkle the dried thyme and dried tarragon over the tenderloin until it's evenly coated. Lay the tenderloin over the onions, and we want to make sure that the pork is laying on top of the onions and not touching the bottom of the pan, so it cooks evenly and it doesn't burn on one side. To make sure I cook the tenderloin perfectly, I use an instant read digital meat thermometer and insert it into the deepest part of the tenderloin, and then I place the pan into the oven. Now roast until the pork reaches the internal temperature of 145 degrees. This should take about 20 to 25 minutes. Once 145 degrees, carefully remove it from the oven, and then remove the pork using a pair of tongs and lay it on a cutting board to rest for about 5 minutes. If you want, you could cover it with aluminum foil to keep it nice and warm. While the meat is resting, heat the pan again over medium-high heat and add the chicken broth to the onions and heat through. We want to scrape off any bits of goodness from the bottom of that pan and mix it into the sauce as it cooks. To serve, slice the tenderloin against the grain and drizzle the pan sauce over the tenderloin and onions. All right, so there you have it. This roasted pork tenderloin is amazingly easy to make and super delicious. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. To get the recipe, click the button on the screen to print it out. And if you're looking for more fast, easy, and healthy meals, check out my meal planning service, No Fail Meals, where you can get your meals and grocery lists emailed to you every week. And as always, if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure to click the subscribe button so you never miss a new weekly recipe video. Thanks, I'll see you next time. Coat the onion over medium-high, cook the onion over medium. I made a weird face, did I fix that?